Our adventure starts upon the streets of Ozryl, the windy and sandy jewel of the wastes. A thriving metropolis, Ozryl is a center of trade between other nations and is considered a neutral power by other city-states. This gives it a fantastic economy as it serves the bartering hub between exotic goods on the mainland. The desert that surrounds the city is hot and oppressive, but the locals have discovered secrets to make the sands bloom in hidden villages. They are naturally judgy of outsiders and are not quick to trust adventurers that seek their aid. They are, however, more than willing to send the adventurers to the hot wastes to find treasure in abandoned temples or secluded in obscure oases. Traders stick to the roads and hire more than a few guards for the trip. The only thing more dangerous to soul travelers than bandits who glide upon the sands in their strange vessels are the mysterious creatures that lurk in the countryside, that hide behind the bone-littered dunes and ambush unwary caravans. To lose 1 in 3 caravans is a calculated business venture, the loss of life and human cargo paltry to the coin made by the average venture, and so the teeth and fins that glide the sands remain satiated. The more wealthy adventurers or traders transporting high value cargo use magical blimps to get around, sticking to pre built ley lines that guide the ship through the dry clouds, far above the dangerous desert below. Despite its dangers, the city is a thriving marvel of commerce, and its people are genuinely well protected behind the sigiled and warded walls. The city is provided with drinking water through enchanted wells that seemingly never run out of fresh water, which are particularly effective at removing heat induced exhaustion. The city's ruler, the Sultan, was said to have made a deal with a greater power to ensure their dominion over the city. According to fable, if the rightful Sultan is ever removed from his throne, the magical wells will run dry, and the creatures that hide within the bloody sand will overrun the city itself. Without the patronage of a noble or wealthy benefactor, most wanderers hold little rank among people of import. They will often segregate themselves into taverns along the outer rim, the so-called Sand District. One such tavern is a salty adventurer, where traders and wanderers alike settle in for well-earned nights of cheap women and good mead. Alright, so you all start in a tavern called the Salty Adventurer, where traders and wanderers alike settle in for a well-earned night of cheap women and good mead. You're all sitting at a table, having just met each other for a local job. An innkeeper named Jeb has given you an offer. Well, he hasn't given you an offer yet. He has offered to get. He's basically been like, hey, I have something that you can do for some room and board, because whether or not you guys, for whatever reason, all of you have had some hard time in your luck. So a month of free room and board for an inn seems like a good deal. Would anyone like to introduce their characters?
Sure. You guys see a red-haired halfling sitting there with a shield beside him, a warhammer, and dressed in chainmail armor. Seems pretty skittish. Like easily, like if there's a big, like if someone drops a
There's a
tankard or
crash
something
in the
like that,
distance.
he jumps a little bit and he kind of looks alert, but he very quickly settles. But he seems pretty jumpy.
Is he tweaking out? Is he scratching his arms?
No, no. He's just jumpy.
He's jumpy, not an addict, just
No,
jumpy.
just jumpy. And so yeah, my this would be the character of Tariff Glowman. I think that's all I should explain at this moment. So I'll leave it at that.
Alright.
All
I
right,
can go
Alright.
next.
Deckard.
Deckard's mm, got a bit of a tan, black hair, beard, half elf, about mid 60s. So for a human that's only like in his mid 30s. Uh, long brown coat with a matching hat. Uh, he tells everyone that he's a detective. He helps private investigator depending on what you need. You know, something like if your husband goes missing in the woods, or snooping around a nip, that guy's not coming back. Or somebody stole your kid, I'll probably find him, or whatever's left of him.
Do you operate outside the city?
Uh, no. I work within the city. I can go outside, like yeah, if wherever the case takes me, I guess.
Okay. You would know that outside the city, it's very, very dangerous to go out there without some kind of extensive protection, because there are creatures that are in the dunes that will swat like sand sharks that will swim up to you and eat you.
I guess, and that's it. Uh, yeah.
Okay, Lucier? Oh, sorry, Jareth. My bad.
Um, Sitting at the table, wearing a normal cloak, just normal oiled cloak, keep the rain off of him. You see a very tall, very blue individual sipping dwarven brandy. He doesn't speak much, and he kind of just looking around a lot. His eyes are constantly moving and sweeping the room. Uh, Other than the fact that he's blue, he would pass for a human if he was any other color.
All right then. Cool. Lucier.
All right, kind of leaned forward on the table is this very very handsome. He's very clearly not human, but you kind of have a hard time telling what he is. He's smoking from a very small pipe, and the smoke he's blowing is this purple, kind of flows around the room, and just seems very mellow. He's got very this mousy brown hair tied back in kind of a low ponytail, and is wearing this kind of very very intricate brown and pale green cloak. And when you see him shift just right, you can see underneath he's wearing very close fitted green plate armor. He's got this very carefree atmosphere to him, like he's smiling, laughing, like offering little comments wherever. He's just he seems very happy to be there.
Okay, cool. Maracas.
You see sitting at the table a young looking tiefling. This tiefling has dark, kind of gray purple skin. He has two horns jutting up out of his forehead, and he has short black hair held back by a bandana. He also has a demonish tail swaying behind his chair, and you notice that his right arm is actually completely red, whereas the rest of his body is a purplish gray.
One
And
of the children's
this
offers you a blue bandana to put around the red arm.
Maracas takes it, but he does not put it on, and he just gives the child a nod, like a thank you nod.
The
And
child in
he
the
goes.
distance is disappointed now.
Maracas doesn't notice because he's very precisely cleaning a set of tools on the table.
All right, so the innkeeper comes over. This innkeeper is a large, stately man with thick muscles and a pristine apron. Given the current state of the inn and his propensity for boasting, it's clear that he does little actual cleaning himself, unless you count tossing out Burke adventurers out on their ass, of course. His wife and companion seems to clean most of the time, but lately she has been worried sick of our missing friend of hers. Given the potential danger for her task, no group of adventurers have been willing to aid her in her troubles. Her husband, Jeb, has resorted to extreme measures to attract adventurers to the position, hiring those with low intelligence or wisdom scores. He gestures over to the table where three potential hires are sitting. The men look your average rough-and-cut mercenaries, although definitely not the cream of the crop. A wily man is currently trying to swallow an egg whole, with little success. Well, hey, as you're doing, I gathered you're all here, as you can see. Haven't exactly exactly hired the cream of the crop, of the intellectual crop, as it were. It's a, it's a bit of a problem. So I'm looking for your help. Can you do that for me?
I think we can make that work.
Jareth taps the table twice.
He pulls down he grabs like a small bag of coins and throws it down on the table. That's for expenses. It's got 25 gold pieces in there.
Without a word, he opens the back and starts looking through.
There are 23 coin pieces in there.
He'll look to the guy and just raise a single eyebrow.
Oh, he pulls out 2 from his back pocket. Sorry about that. It got stuck in there. You remember that he pulled it off his belt pouch. So he puts the 2 coin pieces. He kind of flicks them together a little bit. You know? And
Mhm.
you can hear him put it inside the bag. Sorry about that. He throws in a copper one, just for an extra bit.
Too kind.
Yeah, well, plus of course the main payment is the room and board, naturally.
Naturally.
So all you need to do is to hop in a blimp for a few miles south, then just disembark and deliver this empty vial to an associate of mine. He holds up an intricate vial. It has gold thread on the top and strange writing of arcane nature.
Lucier's gonna kind of like reach to take it.
The vial is not actually plugged in, so the cork isn't actually, it's on the side of the vial. Just be careful of that, be very gentle.
All right. I'm. Can I just like pop the cork on? Like no problem, or is it resistor thing?
Jeb will hurriedly, if he sees you do that, he will hurriedly, like, no, they'll do that on site, don't worry about it, just hand him the empty vial, we'll get our friend, and then, you'll come back, deliver the friend, and you get your payment.
Who's this friend that we have to deliver it to?
Oh, that's the thing, I can't really tell you that.
Why not?
Roll insight.
Hold on. $12.
You might want to turn off your advantage.
I have an advantage on
Oh,
insight.
cool.
Okay. He seems to be mostly telling the truth. He just, for whatever reason, he can't tell you.
Could Maracas roll a history check on the vial to try and see if he knows what it might be?
You don't know when you think about the vial, historically speaking.
Okay.
It's nothing like, you would know, there's nothing in history. There have been tales of stuff about special magical bottles, but you don't really think this is really one of them.
Yeah, there's
It's
nothing
magical of some
specific.
kind, but you don't really think it's like a genie bottle or anything.
Where exactly are we supposed to meet this friend of yours?
Okay, well, that's the thing. Okay, so there's a problem with that. I'm not exactly sure. I have a compass. It'll point you right to it.
So, friend, what can you tell us about this job you're employing us for?
It's my friend. I need him back. And the types that we've dealt with are they're a little dangerous. So they've taken precautions. He pulls out from the bag. He has a compass, and he puts it on the table. He pricks a finger, his left pinky, and hovers it over it, and it drops in the center, and then it starts working, and it starts pointing south.
Mm, can I do a arcane roll with that
Yeah,
to
you're
know what that
Arcana.
is? 19.
This is a special kind of compass. It's called a dowsing compass. Whenever you put blood on, basically what he's doing is his blood is the key. So this compass only works if he puts his blood on and goes to a specific location. So it was created by whoever has the whoever has his friend. It was given to him, and his blood is what activates it.
Oh, okay. So he can always point to wherever his friend is, right?
Yep. You notice, however, that the blood created like some kind of arcane sigil on it, so you suspect that the compass was mostly normal before he dropped blood on it.
Would I know? Like, do we have to refresh the blood every 5 minutes? Is it
No,
for like good
as far
for?
as you know, it just works.
Okay, we don't have to
Yeah.
put more blood on it.
Nope.
Okay.
He licks his finger. I hate doing that. He starts cleaning the glass. You see, there's lots of other pricks on his right hand.
How many times do you have to do it?
Well, only one per adventuring party, luckily.
How many compasses have you given out?
Well, that's that's a need to know thing. Let's just say more than two.
Jareth turns to Deckard. Not the first time we've taken a shady job like this.
Most jobs are shady.
He just shrugs to that.
Well, better than being out in the sunlight. It cook you out there, like an egg. He points to the man trying to eat an egg whole. As you can see, not everyone's, well, I figure if I throw enough darts at the board, something will hit it.
I mean, this job is to get somebody back. It's one of the things I like to do.
Jareth finishes his brandy and starts digging through his bag, eventually pulling out his hempen rope and just pulling it tight a couple times, checking it.
Oh, speaking of the rope, that's a good thing you have there. Just for reasons.
I'm always prepared.
Roll an insight check.
19.
Okay, so it was weird. He remarked about you having rope. Every adventurer has rope.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's this balloon we're going to?
It's a blimp, not a balloon. Okay. And my friend the Frenchman operates it. Okay.
In the
Spelled
city?
Jean. Well, I say friend, but really, it just I owe him money. But everyone owes their friends money. So so I guess we're friends.
Is he in the city?
Yeah. He's on the sand district. You can get to him no problem. I don't know if you're new to the city though. He points out to some of the others. Don't try to go up to the stone districts. You'll well, I don't know how nice way to say this is that the guards will beat you. Okay, it's just we're not proud. I'm not proud of it, but yes, what happens. So, all right, you caught me. Okay, well, I guess there is a slight catch. The blimp. It might not necessarily stop at your destination. Just a minor problem, really. After that, everything's gonna go off without a hitch. Promise.
So we have to leap from.
Yeah. But I got these for you. He hands you. He pulls out another bag. And. Aw, I thought you were gonna hand me a bunch of grapes. He pulls out a bag and throws it on the ground. It sounds like coins, but in reality, there's some brass rings. Like very cheaply made brass rings.
Okay, and what are these?
Just make sure you have them on before you jump, and you'll be okay.
I take one
Friend, you
out.
do realize that you don't get your friend back if we don't meet there in the first place, right?
What?
You realize that you don't get your friend back if we don't make it there in the first place, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why I had them mass produced.
I take one out and look at it. What is it? What am I like a brass ring?
Yeah.
What is it?
Do you put it on?
Oh, is it like how like a bracelet or a finger ring?
A ring.
Can I
guess
roll an Arcana check on it?
Roll it.
That would be a 20.
Damn, am I
Nice.
out of grapes already? Did I eat both of the grapes? I think I did. Son of a bitch.
All 2 of them.
I know, dude. She yoinked my. I bought them, and she's fucking offering me some of my own grapes. Figures. Anyway. Yeah. So what did you get for Arcana?
Got a 20.
Dirty 20.
Oh, nice. These
Dirty
are.
20, yeah.
You could describe them as practical for the everyday man, not necessarily generously effective, but they'll work in a pinch. What they do is they, when you're falling, it'll basically stop you from falling for the most part.
Okay. So is it kind of like a feather fall situation?
Yeah, kind of like a feather fall.
which is worse.
I mean,
Like a cheap version.
It stops you. You know, it'll do the job. You see the innkeeper like scratching the back of his neck.
Maracus will put on the one that he grabbed. He'll place it on his finger.
Jareth takes one and braids it into his hair.
Yeah, Deckard will put one on.
You receive the effect of drunkenness. It's got side effects. As long as you're wearing the ring, you're drunk.
Does it being in the hair count as wearing it?
Yep.
Oh, lovely.
I'll take it off and put it in my pocket.
Yeah,
You take it off
Maracus
and
will
do a
do the same
effects.
thing.
Well, I guess
I
these
think
had
he-
a slight altercation. He looks at the man who just braided a ring into his hair. Let me get that for you. He starts yanking on the hair.
As soon as he goes to yank on my hair, there is a short sword at his throat. Do
Hey.
not touch me.
Yeah,
You don't want to touch him.
His rapier kind of like inches out just a little bit.
It's okay, you know. Hey, can I have a bite of that?
Did you just ask for a bite?
Bite of what?
You own the inn.
He
Can't
looks
you
at
get
your
your own
sword.
boot?
No.
Really? I mean, it's like you're offering it to me.
Jareth stands up to his full 6'3" height and just looks down at this guy.
He's 6'1". So
I'm
and
2
not much
inches
stout.
taller than him.
Are you? He pokes your skin. You know, you're very blue.
Yeah, he pokes Jareth and he actually shifts back like a half an inch. He is very light.
He's like, oh, this is awesome. Can I do that again?
I would recommend against that, friend, if you would like us to continue to actually find your friend.
I have killed
Yes.
for less.
Yes. Well,
I
next thing you know,
reach up-
Grandma Magnet's gonna be pissed off at me.
I reach up and pull the ring out of my hair and put it into a pocket.
Yeah, smart solution.
I'm
By the
tired
way,
of
it only does
listening
that
to
the
this.
first time. So, you know, it's like think of it like a manufactured byproduct.
Mm-hmm.
Eric grabs the ring, and he's gonna say, "Look, you are a secretive man. You want us to find an individual. We will find some as we look to have the room and board here, and the coins don't, dissuade us either. That being said, I cannot help but feel that you are withholding something. Now, could be nothing, but I need to know. Is there
Fine.
anything?
He puts 3 coins on the ground. He puts 3 coins on the table. Looks like he grabs them out of the bag while putting the other ones in there.
Man. Right. Aside from that, is there any dangers we need to be aware of that you already know, aside from the blip?
I mean, you know, none. Not really.
Can I insight check him on that one?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Quickest
Yeah, I'll
insight
do one
check
too.
in the West. Roll it.
The sound of 4 people insight.
Yep.
2019, 18. Oh, wow.
21, 20,
Fi-
15, 19, 18.
Yeah. Not
seems
the lowest score was
legitimate.
What? Okay.
Lucia just kind of like looks at the table like, oh man, what are we dealing with?
Uh,
All right. Well, if I find out when we come back that you withheld some vital information, there will
what do you want? Burn
be
down me in? It's been burned down twice this week. Wood's expensive.
no. Why would I want to burn down and in? No, no. The truth must come out, and your truth will come out to all to
Oh
see.
God, you one of those truth seekers?
The truth will free us.
Oh. He looks at the group. He's a loony then.
A
Jareth
loony who is
shrugs.
going to find your friend, apparently.
Well, you know what to say about darts and all.
You will find the truth sometime.
So will you you take the job?
Tarek looks around at everyone. He's inclined to take it.
As long as you keep your offer open in keep about the room and board, I'm fine taking this job.
I mean, it's not the worst job I've ever taken.
Great. Okay. So, all right. So big thing. Make sure we're in the rings. So if you do fall off the blimp, not that you will, but if you do, it'll stop you from going splat, probably. I, mean, I got them a discount, buy in bulk, right? So, when you get there, just let them know you're there to deliver the negotiated item.
Simple as that.
It's a very special vial. Crafted by the gnomes, I think. Could have just been children. It's so hard to tell with them. Almost none of them have beards. And you'll want to leave at the first light to catch the blimp. Just tell them old Jeb sent you. So, safety numbers. Make sure all go together. And, don't wiggle too much. Okay? Thanks. He starts attending to his other duties.
As he walks away, Tarek's going to say, "You are an odd man."
What? I thought it was even. Strange, people. I swear, you're looking gnome.
Jareth grabs the coin bag and starts counting the coins again.
There are 4 missing.
But he put
Awesome.
3 on the table, right?
Yes.
Honestly, I'm kind of impressed. Like, you want to be entirely honest, kind of impressed.
I mean, you get all sorts in these kind of jobs.
Yeah, you do. I guess his friend's life is only worth 24 gold.
23.
Well, I suppose onward to adventure, and Lucier blows a bit of smoke out, and it manifests as like fireworks.
So, if you notice that this old wooden compass is carved with the shape of a fin emerging from waves of sand. There seem to be minute details marked into the carving. Would you like to roll perception?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Roll it.
Yeah, so let's do it.
All right, 7. Gotta have a
Marcus
23.
rolls a 17.
15.
Forgot
23.
I have
Okay.
a raw perception roll.
You can see inside the grains of sand, there are numerous skulls.
Jareth will actually point this out. There are skulls in this bauble he's presented us with.
Just carved.
He's not much of a talker, so that's about as much as he gets out.
Well, that's foreboding.
By the way, this is this looks to be like a modified version of a wayward compass. The wayward compasses, basically what they do is they help guide you in the sands. Because guess what? The sands outside Ozryl change. So you use these things to get to and from Ozryl while not getting lost.
Jareth quietly says, "A gold says we're going to kidnap somebody, and he's no friend of this fool."
The other adventurers get up and start heading towards the door and yelling, "Easy gold!" Look, it's the other guy talks to him and they start whispering to each other. Anyone who has the highest passive perception?
I have a
Not.
14.
I have a 16.
Oh, that's good. That beats the DC. You hear them
Where's
whisper
the?
about you just cut the throat. Nobody, it's an easy transport. Put them in a box, and then when you get them back, we just say, "Hey, we brought your friend." You know, whatever condition was allowed was mum, right? So we still get paid. They look to each other like they're geniuses and walk out.
And this is the other group of adventurers?
Yeah,
Yep.
the one who was trying to swallow an egg said that.
Yeah.
Ooh, we may have competition who are less than careful with the wares that they will be delivering. I believe they're going to be choosing the easy way out and getting the wares back here. And I'm going to motion with just a finger going across my neck.
Jareth looks to Deckard. Back alley scramble?
It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Jareth stands up and follows the adventurers out of the door.
They're gone.
No sign of where they went, no markings.
There's a single drop of blood.
He'll come back in. They'll be dead before they get to the blimp.
You sound so sure.
Jareth just smiles.
All you outside?
No, he walked back in
Yeah,
to
he
tell them
walked
that.
Gotcha. All right, so y'all getting ready to leave the tavern to go do the thing?
Yeah, Tarek's ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yep.
guess we go. I'll go.
Tarek,
Maracas
you
cleans up
notice,
his tools as we
wedged
go.
between two of the stand bricks is a single white lotus where the drop of blood was.
Like just a white lotus has bloomed in the middle of two bricks.
Yes.
Tarek is just going to like all of a sudden stop and stare at this incredibly weird sight.
Lucier's honestly just gonna kind of reach down and go to pick it up.
I wouldn't.
You pick up the flower.
I pause when he says I wouldn't.
Weird shit happens here all the time.
The flower gets sucked under the ground.
Lucier's eyes widen. Ooh, exciting.
You feel the ground shift a bit.
One hand falls to the rapier on his hip.
Jareth's hands go to his short swords on his hip.
All right.
I have a
So-
feeling we should move.
Okay.
2 steps to the side.
So you guys are going to the blimp.
We're gonna attempt to.
Yep, might as well.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So you received instructions from the innkeeper, and you head south to the Emerald Sand Gate, where a blimp station is currently loading passengers. There's a thin, wiry man in a simple brown jacket. He's pulling the rope in front of the blimp and trying to close it off.
Let's hear ends up. Sorry, friend. We actually need to be on this one.
I haven't got in your room. Fully booked.
When's the next one? Or is there a next one?
Man, you have a really high base perception. Tarek, you notice that the blimp is empty. There are only 4 people on it.
Okay. Well. Well, sorry. Would the 4 people on it, do they look like workers, or are
They
they?
look like people who you can't even see their face because servants are they're in shades. So they're clearly higher end nobles.
Ah.
Ah,
Well, that one has space, though. I'm not sure we would do well with such company.
It's a Montessori family, and there's no way in hell I'm letting you disturb them. It would cost me my balls, and then my head shortly after, assuming I'll live even that long. Would
Well,
anyone
when
like
is
to roll me
the
a
next-
history check?
Yep. Maracas will.
I do not have a good history. I'm not even going to bother.
Mine,
Oof.
yeah, mine would be a raw
That's
If
a
roll.
you've lived in
9.
the city for any amount of time, you can roll with advantage.
I would say Jareth has actually been born here.
A lot of nothing.
Nat 20 for a 21.
Ooh, you get the full download.
Ooh, nice. But yeah, Jareth was born here. This is his hometown. He literally hasn't left the city.
The Montessori family is one of the more powerful second families. Second families are groups of wealthy merchants that fringe on nobility. With enough successful inroads made, either through lavish bribes or special services rendered, they could become members of the official court and part of the established lesser nobility. Among those of true standing, they are not very important, but to lesser folk, they have considerable sway with the guards and often have contacts in the underground. If the guards wouldn't kill you, their associates might.
Jareth gives a bow and takes a slight bow and takes 6 steps back.
Well, anyway, who sent you here anyway? What are you doing here,
Well, did we ever get the fucking bartender's name?
Jeb?
We were
Yeah.
sent here by
Yeah.
old Jeb. Said we were going to get on a blimp.
He looks mildly miffed. That little bastard has been coined for the last few lives to send him away. They didn't end up coming back. No worries, you'll be fine. Alright, you got rope, right?
Yes.
We do.
Alright, good.
Yes, we
okay,
do.
so here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna tie you up nice and good to the blimp. And we get in the air, just make sure you lift your legs, and we'll be fine.
Jareth sighs and hands him 5 gold.
Oh, no. We took care of that. No worries.
No, it's not for me. It's for them. And he just grabs a hold of the side of the blimp.
One of the servants robs the coin on bowing their head and puts it into a coffer bag that they carry. Most nobles like that, the lesser nobility, they carry a portion of their wealth on them at all times as arrogantly to display that they are immune to thieves. Thieves usually don't last very long around here. Rather,
Yes,
thieves
without a word, as he flips himself up and into the blimp and just sits on the side.
roll me an intelligence check before you actually perform.
Oh
your
no,
training.
he's not getting into the blimp. He's sitting on the side. Like
Okay.
he's just sitting on it.
Wait, the blimp with the nobles?
Yeah, he's just taking a seat.
Got it.
Okay, the rest of you gonna get tied to the blimp.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like we have much other choice.
All right.
Tarek's going to be grumbling the entire time.
Everyone
but yeah.
tie yourselves and roll me a dex check.
Oh, shit.
I cast
He wants
levitate
to
as I'm
dex-
sitting on the blimp.
Is this a dex saving throw or just a
Dex
check?
check.
Okay.
Just... That's gotcha.
23, nat 20.
That is a 10.
15.
10 minus 1 for 9.
The old man looks like Deckard and nods approvingly. He looks at Tarek and looks very disappointed, and he fixes his rope.
Ugh.
It looks like
Yeah.
you didn't tie yourself at all very well. You were literally hinged on one knot that was like a grandma knot. It would have gone like pretty quick.
Well, I appreciate your concern and effort. I am not one to practice the art of tying
Meanwhile,
myself.
Deckard created himself like a little seat, so he gets to relax on the rope.
After a moment, you guys are tied down, and you see that Jareth is just holding onto the blimp with one hand, about a foot off the ground.
Okay, so you hear a ding in the bell. The blimp starts sailing into the air. We'll be going several hours into the desert. When we get there, I'll let you know. The conductor says.
So you know the general area we are to be dropped off at.
Yeah. The compass will let us know. Don't worry about it.
Wait, does he have the compass? Did we give him the compass?
He has a compass.
Oh, okay.
I would like to retract my levitate since it's only 10 minutes and actually tie myself to the thing.
Okay. It's a good thing you did that.
Yeah, I didn't read the spell description good enough.
All right. So you go a few hours down the road, a few hours down, and you see. I want everyone to roll me a perception check. As you're about an hour out into the sand.
Ugh,
14.
it's a 9.
11.
Natural 1 for 7.
All right. Who got the highest?
Lucier, I think.
Yep, I believe so.
All right. So Lucier, you see in the back, you notice a fin breaching the surface of the sand, and it's lazily following the blimp. Yeah, you're just not gonna say anything, Lucier? Keep it to
Oh,
yourself?
I'm so sorry. I zoned out for a quick sec. My bad. I
Okay.
didn't hear the result of the roll.
Okay, so you see a fin piercing the sand behind you and lazily following the boat.
So okay, is it a boat or a blimp? Because I
Like
kept the
like
boat.
the blimp.
Okay.
Sorry, it's an airboat. So
Okay. Fair enough.
It's like a gondola on the bottom of the balloon.
Is okay. How high in the air are we?
easy 300 feet.
And I can see this fucking fin still.
It's a big fin.
Oh. Lucy's gonna call. Look out below, friends. Seems we have company.
Oh, don't worry about that. We throw chicken at him and he goes away. I mean, sometimes it's a person, but it depends what we can afford. You remember if you lived in the city that slavery is legal in Ozryl.
Ah,
Raucus is going to tighten his ropes.
Jareth carefully pulls his longbow off of his shoulder and not it just sitting in his harness, and it just knocks an arrow.
You see a massive sand shark breach the surface and leap about 50 feet in the air, about 100 feet behind you.
So it's not like close. It's just alarming. We're 300 feet in the air. Oh, I guess how far down are we dangling?
You're about 250 feet away from this thing.
Okay, so it's not like
It's a 30-foot shark.
it's a huge shark, but it's not like It's not within fleeing distance of us.
No, but we're gonna have to jump at some point.
Right.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Right, I'm not saying it's ideal.
You get about an hour down the road again, or down the way, and you hear some kind of screeching beneath the sand. Oh, hang on to your butts, hang on tight. And all of a sudden, a huge, like the creature that springs into the air gets grabbed by a green clawed, or no, not a green, a golden clawed hand, and drags it beneath the sand. There's a burst of sand in the air, and suddenly there's gouts of blood littering the surface.
Enjoy your meal.
Well, I'd rather not run into whatever the hell that was. And then you see Lucier just like kind of like wrap his rope around his arm like a couple more times, just like really lock himself in.
The man above you starts saying, "All right, we're about where we need to be."
Have we passed that area where we saw this violence take place, or are we
It's
literally
reasonable
right
in
above it?
distance. You're about
Okay.
like you'll bet you're about like 300 feet away.
Okay, so we're not like right above it.
Nah.
Okay.
Jareth reaches his hand into the pocket, puts the ring on the finger, tuck and roll, and then just yanks the knot, one single rope to untie the knot, and
The
just
man.
drops.
It's funny because the man just cut your rope.
Yeah,
The man
Lucier
pops
slipped his
over with
ring.
a knife. Said, "All right, so that's the first one down."
Lucier like slips his own bronze ring or whatever on, and his draws rapier in one little fluid flick, snips his own rope.
Arcana check.
Right.
Carnage. All right, just a raw roll. That is a 2.
Oh no.
That is
All right.
unfortunate.
Let me roll severity.
Oh god.
I'm gonna do this as a public roll.
Great.
You want highs or lows to be bad? Your choice.
I guess the lows get.
Okay, not bad. You fall about 100 feet, another 100 feet. You're about 100 feet in front of the air. You begin to wonder if this thing's ever going to kick in, and then it starts kicking in and slowing your descent.
He blinks a couple times. Whew.
You're about 20 feet above it, and it just stops.
These rings certainly are something.
All right, everyone else can roll me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
ask for the compass before I do this?
You have the compass. He
Oh,
had
yeah,
another
there's-
one.
Yeah, there were multiple. I figured there were multiple. I put my ring on because I took it off.
I got a nat 20.
8.
Gareth looks like he had the bargain bin. He's great.
I got a
Ooh.
1.
Nat 19 for a 21.
You got a
Oh
1.
no, Deck. Wait, yeah, Deck got that one.
All right, so Jareth, you hear Decker is starting to scream because his ring started to look like it burnt out.
You just hear Jareth say, fuck, and then boom, he dashes off the ground. I'm casting swoop for this, save his life.
You grab him.
I grab him and we come down safely.
The man says, "Au revoir, have a good day." Everyone else got down fine.
Good.
I
lived.
look at Deckard. That's 2.
Yeah, that's like even or something. I forget. How many have we done?
It's been too many years.
Well, I think you're up 2, so we're fine. Falling's not my favorite way to die.
Nah, I'm kind of used to falling.
All right. So, the compass is pointing hard east.
I think we should determine who's actually gonna lead us and has the compass.
Definitely not Tarek because he's already struggling to keep up with you guys.
Probably makes sense for the person with the best survival to lead.
Not me.
Probably.
There is no landmarks. It is just a sea of sand.
I have a +4.
I have a +4 as well.
I have a +2. Survival?
I only have a +3.
The way I see it is Tarek is I only got a 25 feet walking speed and I'm in heavy armor on sand. I'm probably going to be in trouble.
How much do you weigh?
I think I had myself at like 40 something pounds. Not a whole
Oh, that's
lot.
fully armored and geared.
Fully armored and geared, probably closer to like 60.
Oh, that's not too bad. Jareth would look at you. Do you mind?
Anything to make this go easier as he struggles.
Yep, he lifts you up one-handed and just plops you on his shoulder. All right, I guess let's do this.
Is he just like sinking into the fucking sand?
A little bit.
Didn't have enough
And,
surface area.
all right. Yep. I guess Jareth will lead.
Okay. Question. Did you remember to bring water?
I have a water skin.
As do I.
Yeah, same.
I have
Gotcha.
a water skin.
If need be, I can change things up and create water for tomorrow, but not tonight.
There is a single cloud above you. Provides a modicum of shade. It was not there a moment ago.
Jareth just puts his hood up.
Perhaps someone's smiling down on us. Unless he just keeps
Yes.
moving, just smoking his little pipe along the way.
It does look like the gods are favoring us today.
All right. So you proceed pretty decently. Oh. Okay. Huh. Wow. Let me check my chart here for random encounters. Oh, cool. You're gonna find something interesting. Okay, so
Yay.
it takes about an hour for you guys to go along the way, and you find some bodies stretched among the sand. Looks like they're wearing gear that's specifically designed for sand. Looks like they're caravan runners, kind of, or caravan guards, except they seem oddly familiar. One of them is holding a cooked egg.
Ah, told you.
And
He
half
didn't
his
even
face.
finish his egg.
He's missing half his face.
Well, I suppose we should be on guard because something did this.
Can I investigate to see what happened? Did they?
Mm-hmm.
How did they die?
Behind a bunch of rocks comes out a hyena.
Suppose that answers my question.
Just a single one?
Just like a regular one?
Roll me a perception.
20.
18.
You got a 20 perception? There are 12 hyenas.
Interesting.
Fun.
One of them goes up and starts nibbling on the corpse.
Ah, how alarming.
He gets an eyeball.
Fantastic.
Anyway, we could skirt around this, do you think, friends?
The gear would be nice.
But as I see this, I'm going to give myself Vigilant Blessing just in case, which is one creature I touch has advantage on the next initiative roll.
Sand rises in a small wave, and they're gone.
Nope.
Yeah. Well,
You look at the
we-
compass, and it's pointing a bit more southeast than east.
We need to move where
Yeah,
we
well,
are.
I would agree with
Yeah,
that.
let's
We
get out
would
of here.
like to.
That's even more interesting, though.
We should really leave.
It
Yep.
seems the desert has shifted.
Oof. Jareth starts walking towards the way the compass is pointing. You ever seen Dune?
Mm-mm.
You have to watch it. It's sci-fi classic, but basically he's trying to walk without rhythm as best as possible.
Try to make it hard for the things below to realize you're walking, huh?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Shit.
So you begin to see in the distance there is a large jutting marks of rock. The compass is pointing there.
All right. I think we would just cautiously approach it, right? I mean, if there's nothing else in this desert, might as well check it out.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Works for me.
Would anyone like to roll a investigation?
Yeah, Maracus will give it a try. That is a 16.
Okay. So you guys arrive. You notice that there's some strange brass metal scattered about the entrance of the cavern, and the entrance to this cavern that the compass indicated is in the shape of a large rock formation that seems to jut from the sand in an awkward, unnatural fashion. The stone looks dark red and bleached white from abrasive winds, as if the rocks themselves were hewn from giant bones.
Well, that's not totally unsettling.
There is a torch sconce to the right of an entryway.
Be prepared for anything.
And with that, yeah, Lucio's gonna draw his rapier.
Does this look like it could be something man-made, or does it look like just a natural rock formation?
Roll me a survival check.
At this point, Jareth's gonna set Tarek down.
That is a 6.
All right, 1 second. Anyone else like to try?
Sure, I'll give it a crack. That's a 19.
Okay. So, these are the remnants of a giant creature.
Bone.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, better it be bones now than alive and kicking while we're here.
Well, it's a little
Yeah,
hard, but it is a bar nonetheless.
as you're walking up to it, Jareth just looks up. Wonder how it tasted.
Gareth, do you know what this creature might have been while it was living?
Not unless I saw more. Might be a rib.
All right. I'm ready to.
I hate to say now, but
ambiance.
I gotta run now. I gotta go get ready for work and
No
everything.
worries.
Yep.
Lucy's
Alright,
still
guys.
there. It's just he's doing his own thing.
See you guys.
Peace.
Later, man.
Next week.
See you next week.
See ya.
All right. So. Okay, so you guys enter the cavern. Do you enter the entrance?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Before anyone enters, Maracas is going to take one of the little brass pieces in front of the cave and just kind of toss it through the entrance.
Nothing happens.
Well, there's no obvious traps here, at least.
Are they the rings that we all wore?
Yep.
Does anyone need an extra?
I do. Mine was a bit more defective than it should have been.
I doubt they'd work again.
Old Jeb really needs to talk to his supplier about that.
Hey, you bought them in bulk, so.
Yeah, I pick a couple of them up. How many of them do they look like they're all burnt out, or do some look like they're working?
No, they pretty much all look burned out.
Hmm.
It wouldn't be worth much even if you did grab them.
How does Jareth's look? Is it burnt out as well?
Yeah.
He'll just take it off and rebraid it into his hair. Keep going.
Okay. So entering the cavern, you immediately gain a sense of unease, as if this place feels unnaturally still. The shadows seem darker than normal, and even light from the outside in the bright day seems to barely penetrate the eerily cool cavern entrance. Stepping further inside, the air becomes more and more cold, like the touch of death.
How many people have issues seeing in the dark?
I have dark vision, so it's not an issue for me.
I don't believe Air Genasi get dark vision. No, they do not, but I do have torches.
Are you trying to light the torch? Because if you are,
No, I'm just mentioning that I have them.
okay. How dark is it? Like, are we able to see still, or is it at a point where we need dark vision to see?
Are you all inside the cavern? Like inside the entrance?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. You notice behind you the light from outside suddenly dims and it's pitch black. Dark vision doesn't seem to be working that well here.
Okay,
That's not a good thing.
I'm going to just to see if this helps. Activate the ability from the Twilight Domain, which is Eyes of Night. It allows me to share 300 feet dark vision with up to 4 creatures around.
Normal dark vision doesn't help.
Okay, I just wanted to see what happens, if it'll do anything. Okay, so I've used it. That's fine.
Do you light a torch?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. So upon lighting the torch, the shadows seem to grow yet thicker, and very little light is deemed effective. Staring next to your torch, you can almost see small black tendrils shaped like hands grasp at the edges of the flames. There is but one way to go, forward. You see an opening in the rock, a gaping hole beckoning you in with a comforting chill, and small flecks of sand suspending in the air slowly drift towards the gap as if being sucked in.
Seeing that the torch is barely effective, is it sand floor or is it rock?
Sand rock.
I'm gonna see if I can jam the torch into like something in the ground.
You managed to get it to work.
Alright. And Jareth is going to hold his breath and sneak forward as carefully as he can.
You be sneaking in blind.
That's
You'll-
fine.
Okay.
He's relying on hearing at this point.
There are stairs in front of you.
Not very stealthy either. I'll feel my way down the stairs carefully.
Walking through,
Maracas.
you begin to descend down into the earth. Along the walls are shapes embedded into the surface, and rough drawings of indistinct creatures you can feel.
Can if they're carved in, can I make any semblance of them by feeling them with my fingertips?
Nope. Nothing you
All
recognize.
right. I'll keep going then.
So is everyone
does-
else? What is everyone else doing?
I'm following him.
Okay.
I'm going to grab the torch and follow.
Okay.
Yeah, Maracas will actually light his own torch. And as soon as he gets down to these figures, I'd like to do a history check if it's applicable on them.
Okay. Roll me a roll. You can roll a history with disadvantage. You can roll the religion straight.
Okay, I'll try the religion. That is a nat 20 for a 22 on the religion check.
This reminds you of tales and of a certain creature that once had a city in the middle of the desert, and it had creatures guarding it.
Oh. Friends, we might have walked in on something larger than we would have originally thought. These depict some creatures protecting an ancient city of the sands. Keep your eyes open.
As your party continues down the stairs, your feet feel the dirt beneath it become more compact, and each step makes a hollow, crunching sound. A faint, sinister laugh echoes from the darkness below.
I'm going to cast See Invisibility.
You don't see anything.
Yeah, well, I'm going to hold it for the hour long that I can.
Got you.
Silently, Jareth is going to reach down and run a finger along the floor, see if he can feel grit.
You feel charred bones.
Oof.
One comes here with ties to the maw. Why does one who is bonded enter here?
Did we all hear that?
Yep.
That's not cryptic at all.
Deckard would know that Jareth is in full stealth mode, so he's not even breathing at this point.
As you guys proceed, each step seems to be a bit harder, as if the air itself makes your feet feel heavier. Shadows crowd out the light. The torch dims, and you can only see about a third of what you used to.
I cast Control Flame and double the light.
Okay. Every breath you take from the exertion comes out as visible in the chill air and wafts towards tiny holes in the wall, as if being greedily breathed in.
I also changed the color of the light from like a yellow fire, torch flame color to a brilliant white light. Like it's unnatural, but it's still just the torch flame.
You can see there's a dark hand grasping the flames, keeping it where it is. A moment later, it's gone, and the light resumes to normal.
And when we see this dark hand, I see invisibility didn't catch the form of anything else. It was just the dark hand around the flame.
Yep.
Okay.
Would anyone like to roll me a perception?
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Nat 20 for a 24.
Holy
I don't see
Gosh, how
shit.
many nat 20s have you had today?
Wow.
3, I think.
Yep, I don't see anything.
In the walls are both carved and embedded skulls. Some of the air you breathe is being sucked into the mouths of the skulls set into the walls. Even without eyes, you can tell the skulls are shaped by silent screams.
Jareth just thinks silently, I am glad I'm not breathing right now.
The carvings of other shapes appear to be made from sharp bones, from fingers, not teeth. You hear another reverberating voice. Yes, come deeper. Descend into the depths.
Who has the compass right now?
I believe you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I have the compass, can I see where it's pointing? Like,
It is
are
spinning.
we? Okay.
Jareth will sidle up to Deckard and point out the skulls in the walls and just mimic the fingers as teeth.
They were carved by fingers, not teeth.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Okay.
Like, he's mimicking that it was carved by fingers. Like, he's miming it in the air.
Got you. And so you rolled so well, you can see faint marks of historic blood as the fingers bled trying to carve. As you guys plunge deeper, your party is suddenly racked by strong vibrations that make it difficult to remain standing. Everyone roll me a dex save.
24.
8.
Ooh, for a dirty 1.
17.
If you fail a DC of 10, you fall prone.
Okay.
I fell prone. Deckard fell.
Yeah.
You realize the
Tears on
movement
the
is
ground.
strong and above you, inside the sea of shifting sands atop the cavern. Ah, marvelous, aren't they? The maws, pets. You see, the maw gets their souls, his pets get their flesh, and their bones come to me.
Can I do a history check
Mm-hmm.
on, I guess, a bone collector? Like anything, like stories of a bone collector?
Go for it.
Nope. I got a 5.
You faintly remember rumors of a story of a fairy tale told to young children to get them to obey. Do your chores, or the Bone King will steal your bones.
The Bone King?
Yep,
Okay.
but no one really believes he exists. It's like the boogeyman. After several more minutes of descending, the air feels oppressively cold and thin, as if no matter what you do, it is difficult to get enough air. Everyone roll me a con save.
I am holding my breath still.
Okay, you can ignore that.
19 for
18.
con.
Okay.
That's a 9.
Yeah, you're lucky the DC's 8, so.
I'm good indefinitely until I'm knocked unconscious. Air Genasi don't have to breathe.
There is a light of a ruby embedded in the eye of a skull, flickering in the torchlight.
As quietly as possible, I will break off into like a flanking off to the left and draw my bow. I am not trusting this place one bit.
Okay. So is everyone just going to leave the gym there? No one's going to investigate or anything like that?
Maracas will investigate.
Okay. Well, would you like to roll an investigation?
Yeah, I just did, and I got a nat 20 for 24.
Ooh. You kind of smell a little bit of a hint of magic about the ruby.
Oh, a little hint of magic, you say? Well, this very much intrigues Maracas.
You look
Uh,
inside the ruby, and you see inside of it a crystallized eye.
crystallized eye.
Would you like to roll me a history check as well?
Oh, that'd be great. Nat 17 for 23.
Ooh.
Nice.
There are marks along the skull that are left on being imprinted by a magi. So this person was a magi of some repute. From a derelict order.
Oh. Do I have any inkling if this would be dangerous to handle at all?
Arcana.
Oh,
If I see
that's a
Maracas
6 for
being
Arcana.
if I see Maracas being very intrigued by this, I wasn't really going to do much with it. But if I see him being really intrigued, I am going to cast Detect Magic.
It is definitely magical. By the way, detect magic in this world does not reveal exactly what it does. It only reveals auras.
Got it.
Yeah,
It does
so
aid you if you have detect magic on. It does aid you in trying to use an Arcana check to figure out what it is.
yeah, my Arcana check ended up being a 6.
There are runes embedded inside the inside the gem, and you know it has something to do with sight.
With Detect Magic on, I rolled an 11. If that makes any difference at all.
You rolled advantage to detect magic on.
Oh, okay. Let me try to do a second roll. No, 11's still my best. So.
Whatever it is, it's very powerful.
Maracas, you have something quite interesting in front of you.
Yes, I believe I do. It seems like it'd be a shame just to leave it here.
Yes. Shall we take the risk?
Maracas turns around and says, does anyone else know anything about magic here that might want to take a look at this? It seems very powerful.
I'll do an Arcana on it, or an investigation. Are there any traps or something?
What did you get for investigation?
I mean, yeah, let me do that. 12.
Seems fine.
All right. Do you think we should just take it?
It seems like it's set in a setting in the eye, so you could loosen it and take it if you just pushed it.
Okay. I'll cast Mage Hand and like wiggle it out.
Mage Hand goes right through it.
All right.
Interesting.
Maracas, you see in his hand form a transparent, or not transparent, what is it? A translucent blade appear, and he will attempt to either pry it out or push in or whatever it was he said took it out. He's gonna try to remove it with this psychic blade instead of actually having to touch it, and drop it down into his backpack.
Anything magical just goes right through it.
I think it's immune to magic. Deckard's just gonna pick it up and try to get it out of there.
You push in, it slightly pricks your finger, and it lets loose and goes into your hand. You notice that the drop of Belaya that you get from your finger prick, no more than a drop, goes into the gem, and inside there's blue swirling mist.
So am I hold? You said it goes into my hand, or am I just holding it?
It's in your hand. It's a pretty sizable gem.
Okay.
Like it's larger than a golf ball.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. That's pretty fucking big.
Was it like
Oh.
off ball size?
Yep.
Oh, good job, Deckard. You got it. Do you feel any different? Do you feel like your mind's being controlled or anything like that?
I don't feel anything. Do I feel like this thing's gonna be attunable or something like that?
You see through the gem, you see tendrils of black vines along the walls.
Oh.
So I hold it up to my eye and see through it like a seeing eye,
See it like an eye. Yep.
and I can see all these tendrils. Do I see anything else?
Nope.
Are they coming from somewhere? Or are they just all over the place?
All over the place.
Guys, this place is a lot darker and scarier than we wanted it to be. I see a lot of things here.
Would you like to roll an Arcana with advantage to try to figure out what it is?
Yeah. $17.
It is a gem of seeing.
So this thing's a gem of seeing, and it's do I know what that lets me see? Does it like more than something that's like see invisible?
It gives you true sight for 120 feet for the next 10 minutes every time you use it.
Do I have to prick my finger to use it?
Nope.
Okay.
You have to prick your finger to attune to it.
Oh, okay. So it's already attuned to me.
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome.
Nice.
Should have just grabbed it.
So you said 10 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You want
Well.
to know what it does? You know what a true sight is?
Yeah.
You can, for up to 120 feet, see in normal and magical darkness, see invisible creatures and objects. You automatically detect visual illusions and succeed on saving throws against them, and you perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. You can also see to the ethereal plane within the same range.
Oh, wow.
This is the item. There are bonuses if you carve out your eye and replace it.
I think I'll keep my eye.
What? You're not gonna pull a greed? All right.
Does it have the little staff, or is it just a gem?
Just a gem.
Okay. Do I get the recharge every 10 days, or every day?
1d3 charges.
Okay.
And you get the sense that the charges will become much more potent if it was directly connected to your skull. So.
Yeah. I think I'll keep my eyes.
Don't blame you there.
They're blue. I think. I forgot what I made my guy. Alright. So I guess I'll try to lead for the next 10 minutes. Let's see what's
By the
down
way,
this
the
hallway.
eye inside the gem glows when it's active.
Like a regular eye, cat's eye, dragon's eye.
An actual eye.
They're like a human eyeball.
Yep, except it's translucent when it's active, it just glows.
Okay. I'd say I can see a lot more now. I can see true sight, and I'd say I'll lead the way for right now until this goes away. And I lead the way.
Alright. So you reach the bottom and enter a large circular room. Along the floor, there seems to be shards of bone caked into the pale earth. Not all of them are human. Some seem to be from beasts, lizards, and even from strange humanoids. There are giant. It's a sea of bones.
I look at the compass again, wondering if the person we are looking for resides anywhere in these bones, effectively.
Yep. So at the center of the room lies a black stone altar. On the altar lies a bright ball of golden light, bound by red and black chains. Near the altar is a half-buried skeleton, digging in desperation using a bone foot. He does not seem to be making much progress. Behind the altar is a black throne, and upon it lies the shape of a large skeletal man in a tattered black robe, wearing a golden crown centered upon a red jewel. Near his left side is a large, two-handed, ancient-looking sword, the blade's tip buried within the dust of dirt and charred bones. His white, pale skull is resting upon an elbow, as if in a period of eternal guardianship. There's also, if everyone wants to roll me a perception check, other stuff.
Alrighty.
Perception. Is the eye still going?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 13.
21.
Ooh. Decker, you see among the sea of bones more than just bones. There are glitters of gold and treasure everywhere, even bars of gold and silver.
There's a lot of treasure just lying around here.
You hear faint whispers, unintelligible moans of sorrow, a suffering or temptation, or perhaps even a deadly warning.
Treasures do us no good if we cannot make it out.
What would y'all like to do?
Is the compass still just spinning, or does it point towards the throne?
It's spinning.
Still just spinning, eh? Okay.
Question, Theo.
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider this area a ruin or a dungeon?
Yes.
Okay, well, for my background, I chose archaeologist, and one of the features of that is historical knowledge. And it
This
reads
is an
when you.
ancient throne room.
Oh. Says you can correctly ascertain its original purpose and determine its builders, and that's specific by race.
Ancient humans.
Oh,
You could even
okay.
see where certain areas are bricked up. This is just the beginning of a throne room. Their throne room, a bench of it actually is the, it's like the top of a treasure pit. And if you actually took out all the stones on the side walls, you would probably see a literal sea of treasure.
All right, Maracas communicates this to the rest of the group. What would the appropriate check be for the glowing light on the altar in the middle of the room?
Investigation.
All right, I'm going to attempt it. That is a 13.
It is some kind of creature. The light itself makes it difficult to understand what it is.
Feeling a mercurial hair up his butt because the air genasi, Jareth is going to get close to the altar.
Maracas will follow right behind him.
Okay. 1 second. Alright, there we go. Okay. So, I'm sorry, what did you say?
Jareth is getting close to the altar and Maracas is following.
Okay. As your party walks further into the room, bones begin skittering across the floor. A deafening rattling sound shakes the room. From all directions, more and more bones begin to collect and form the shape of a hulking figure, about 30 feet tall, with a ghostly black robe that reaches over his head. One of the bones underneath your feet, Jareth, is trying to wiggle and move.
I'm pinning it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will stop and just put more weight on it. Not considerable weight, considering I'm an air genasi, but still.
It begins to burn.
Yep. Once it starts getting too hot, he's going to move his foot, because ouch.
It slides into the bone, into the humanoid form, and attached itself as a finger on a hand. Ah, finally. What can I do you for? Pets?
Is it Anastasia again? No, I'm joking.
Potential collectibles. Are you here to petition the king? My oldest house guest. He once sat upon a throne, but now he only sits upon a kingdom of bones. Whose soul is gone, his flesh has been picked clean, but his body remains where he once ruled. Come closer. Let me see those pretty teeth.
We are not but delivery boys. We have a package for someone who may reside here.
Ah, I see. The darkness within the room seems to fade slightly. It is still present, but no longer as menacing. Have you brought what was requested?
Who has the vial?
Wouldn't
I
that be
think,
funny if just no one remembered to grab it and it's still just sitting in the
It's
end?
sitting at the
yeah,
top.
I think Luke here had it.
He hands it over. Ah. He takes the vial within his hand and opens it. There appears to be nothing inside. Now. He looks to Tarek. Breathe inside of this. Now. Good long breath. Like you mean it.
I would have very little hesitation to do so, assuming you can promise that no harm will come to myself or my companions for
Yeah.
delivering.
He twirls his finger, and as you're talking, your breath follows his movements to create a fast spiral. He continues to spin and spin and spin until you have less and less air. After a few moments, he stops. Once you're out of breath and seems as if you almost pass out from the pressure, he puts your breath within the bottle. Ah, breath of the living. Refreshing. A deal is a deal is a deal. He snaps his finger and the ball of gold light disappears once the chains vanish. As the light disappears, a golden retriever lies prone, staring up at the Bone King with bright eyes. He looks to the dog. Ow. Worst house guest I have ever had. You won't believe what a bone ache. I'll never get rid of all the teeth marks. As for you, he gestures towards the rest of the party. let us start negotiations for your release. Oh, what are you doing here? He looks to Nav. Miserable pile of bones.
I'm just trying to get out.
Oh, it took you long enough. You've been here, what, a century?
Yeah, but I mean, it's hard to dig with a foot.
You see a
I reach
skeleton
my hand
talk.
up to my partners. Just pull me out.
He manifests a giant bone hand and pulls you out.
I lose both my legs. Fuck.
He pulls both legs out too and throws them at your now not feet.
At this point, Jareth finally lets out a breath just to.
Now. This is my domain. None leave here without my bidding. Now, do you want to begin negotiations, or would you like to prematurely become a shriveled up corpse?
Might I know the deal you made with the last individual?
That is not of your concern.
Did the dog run away, or what?
The dog's still there. The dog's in front of your party laying down, kind of whimpering a little bit.
Then, if you would, please answer this. Were we part of the payment for the freedom of this creature?
Payments. Questions. Gives me an idea. Answer my questions. Answer them satisfactorily. And you are free to go. And take this miserable excuse of an undead with you. He's living on borrowed bones anyway.
I wave.
Can promise nothing but the truth.
Still chuckling, Jareth waves back.
By the way, Decker, the dog's at your feet, and you see an image of a hand on top of a dog in front of you.
Oh no.
I follow the hand to see if there's connected to anything.
It's a magical illusion.
The dog or the hand?
The hand.
Or both?
It's an image. It's an illusion of a hand on top of a dog.
Okay. I look at the dog. Is the dog really a dog?
Yes.
Just to be clear, see invisibility sees nothing else around, correct?
True sight sees transformations as well.
Right, but I don't see anything invisible. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Is the eye still going? The
Just ran out.
Oh, okay. So if I wanted to see something, I'd have to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. There's a lot of magic going on. There's a lot more people around now. I activate it again.
Seems like this is the last charge I has available.
Okay.
The dog is more than a dog. That's all you really can discern. It's got an unusual energy about it.
All right.
As if you get the sense like the dog is wearing like a cloak.
I'll bend down and see if I can just
The dog licks your face.
undo the cloak.
It's a metaphorical cloak. The cloak isn't actually there.
Okay.
So as is messing with the dog, Jareth thinks of something and remembers, and he says, "Delivery boys, got a package? We can take it out."
Yeah, we could leave now.
The dog looks very disappointed that you haven't petted it.
You said it was a golden retriever, right?
Yep.
I think we can go.
You begin to feel a poke in your cheek as if someone's poking your cheek with a finger. You see a mage hand spell. Whenever you look up, the finger pokes you until you're looking at the dog.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up now and say, let's get going.
The mage hands forcibly redirect but you're looking towards the dog.
It's like puppy dog eyes times 10.
Do we know the dog's name? Has it been said?
Mm-mm.
Or
Doesn't have a name.
all right. I pet its head.
It's very happy. It leans down and picks up a bone, much to the chagrin of the Bone King.
Well, we got what we came for. We might as well just leave, unless something's keeping us here.
Answer my question first. No matter how powerful or how great you believe to be your destiny, all stories end the same way, eventually. He waves his hand and a purple illusory miasma reveals a depiction of a band of heroes, steadfast and legendary in resolve. You will die. I have foreseen it. Even the elves do not live forever. The image is filled with a flash of white and red. One by one, the shapes of great heroes collapse and keel over, dead, their flesh cold and spotted orange. Everyone who has ever known you will die. Everyone who has ever heard your name will die. In the visage, a sea of people start to keel over and begin to pile bodies in carts. Your memory will fade. Statues built in your honor will crumble unto dust, crushed like your bones into the wind. An image of a large ceremonial statue lies broken, and within the image the quarried stone begins to wear down under the sands of time, shattered and forgotten. So I ask you, would-be heroes, are you ready to die? Would you drink from that cup? At last the image settles upon a desert plain, a wasteland of misery and emptiness, the only remarkable features being the tops of a familiar well sticking out from beneath the sand. What price is worth a doomed destiny? What price would you pay to escape your fate, to save your very soul? You answer my question and deem your fate worthy of saving? Or will you to stay here forever, stump-struck and staring at me?
I put my hand up. I'll stay here.
He looks at you. If he had an eye, he would be like staring daggers at you.
I know you want me to stay.
Answer my question. The air grows more menacing.
Is he looking at each of us to answer separately?
What, as a group, what is your answer?
I don't want to die here.
I
And I
don't
don't
want to
want to
die.
stay here.
I've got life to live. I don't care if I die in the future, but right now I've got life to live.
Righteous heroes are bumbling fools, I'll never know. I suppose
Theo.
this time we shall see how it turns out.
Theo, before I say anything else, do you mind looking at the DM I sent you in Discord?
Okay. Righteous heroes are bumbling fools. I suppose this time we shall see how it turns out. A deal is a deal is a deal. I have a little bit of fate left for you, a gift for services not yet rendered. The shadowy purple miasma condensed and spun in front of you to reveal an ancient-looking hourglass. It appears to be made of dark ash wood, as if crafted by a race cursed to never appreciate its intricate beauty, only its deadly grace. Would anyone like to roll me a history check?
Yep. That is a 24.
Wow. So this was
I got a
carved by
0.
masters in the Drow Underdark and boasts a very
Oof.
powerful enchantment, although it is not immediately clear what kind of enchantment that is. It is eerily familiar, and holding it offers no small amount of comfort. Who grabs it?
Maracas will.
Alright. It warms in your hand. It begins to spin slightly, and the sands within appear to be unnaturally suspended. Once, twice, thrice, when the time is nigh, should you wish to pay the price, you may travel through the needle's eye, to undo space and even time. Gifts to rewrite destiny are hard to find, and so are the souls who become entwined. The hourglass finishes and settles into your palms as you grasp it, and it no longer feels warm, it feels cool and delicate to the touch. The Bone King moves together into a mass of bones. It is time you left. Trouble me no more, thieves of dreams. Trouble me no more, wandering folk. Trouble me no more, future disciples. Leave this place, you wanderers of fate.
Before we go, can we take that big sword over there?
The skeleton seems to grasp it a little bit tougher.
I'll give you 5 gold pieces.
Who said that?
That was still me.
Okay. Maybe a death save.
Death save? Oh fuck.
Damn.
How do I do just a death
A
save?
D20.
Just, yeah.
Oh, just a D20? Okay.
Ooh.
That's a 6.
Oof.
Roll me another one.
Oh no.
I am going to activate Twilight Sanctuary.
What does that do?
As an action, I present my holy symbol, and a sphere of twilight emanates from you. The sphere centered on you has a 30-foot radius and is filled with dim light. The sphere moves with you and it lasts for 1 minute or until you are incapacitated or die. Whenever a creature, including you, ends in its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of these benefits. 1d6 plus 3 temporary hit points, or end effect of charmed or frightened. But I'm just getting the dim light, and then if he fails this one, which he did, I'm also going to cast Cure Wounds on him if I
You
can.
remove the frighten effect. He had a memory shoved into his mind that frightened him to death. It was the memory of your true fate. As he cleanses you of the fear effect, you forget. So you're stabilized, Maracas. You just don't feel so good.
Is he still
Alright.
up or is he down?
He's up.
Okay.
Okay. So he says, maybe this isn't the best idea. I'll leave you be.
Yeah. Warn welcome. Let's go. And Jareth turns around and just starts walking back towards the entrance.
Have a good one, Bone Prince.
The skeleton hand is outreached towards you.
Towards who?
Maracas.
He does not take the hand. Unless it's Nav.
He beckons you with a finger. This is not the Bone King. This is, or not the creature as Bone King. This is the literal king made of bone. This is the skeleton with a crown on his head and a great sword.
You believe it is looking for payment.
Maracas will walk over and he will put 10 gold pieces in his hand.
He drops the gold and roll me a dex save.
Oh no.
I shouldn't have felt for that. That is a 19.
Wow, he rolled a 20. He grabs you by the throat, but doesn't squeeze. He just pulls you closer, and he begins to breathe in your air. This lasts for about 30 seconds, and you are almost like, it's like getting a bit blurry. You're about to pass out, and he lets you go.
You could at least take me to dinner first.
He pulls his great sword and puts it to the back of your neck as you're lying there. He looks at you with his crown misshapen.
It's a very nice crown you have.
He repeats back in your voice with a little bit of air coming out of his mouth. Do you wish to die?
Not particularly. I wish to live for much longer.
His two-hander right next to your head, and then his finger turns into a tiny little bone knife, and he cuts a little bit into your cheek, takes the blood, and he sits back into his throne, into his former position, and waves you away with a sword.
Alright, Rockets won't fuck around with this anymore. He'll back up.
Are you taking what you paid for?
Oh, he was offering me the sword?
Yes.
Oh, well then yes.
Okay.
Eric is going to walk up right by Maracas and say, kind of both to Maracas and the kind of the skeletal king, and say, "Our fate is written, but it ends not here today. We bid thee adieu, and then I look at
He
the kind of
offers
the
you a scroll sealed with a seal only you recognize.
Okay, if I recognize it, then I will take it.
It is the seal of the person who told you your fate.
Okay.
In fact, this scroll contains knowledge of your fate. Exactly what's going to happen no matter what you do.
And this is from the Skeleton King, not the Bone King, correct?
Yeah, like the skeleton. Yep.
Yeah.
He says in Maracas' voice, "For the rest of you petitioners here." He waves his hand, and underneath a mass of bones comes out a wooden chest.
Hmm.
Eric is just going to kind of do a small bow, and then he is going to he got what is his, I guess, in his mind, so he's going to kind of back away, but he kind of motions to the rest to see if because he believes that this is an offering, or this is the gift of the kings, and one should not be so rude as to refuse.
Yep. Jareth will go over to the chest.
There is there are a bunch of bars stamped with an unusual kingdom. Bars of pure gold. There is a unusual cloth that was draped upon them.
Can Maracas roll history on the bars, on the symbol?
Yeah, you can roll a history. Tell you what, roll it.
That's a natural 18 for 24.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice, man.
He may be young, but he
It
knows
was
his history.
stamped by a Turans.
By a
An
what?
ancient civilization that almost no one remembers.
So are they offering us the gold or the cloth or just pretty much everything?
The chest.
Yep.
Ah, I've seen this signia before. It's from a very ancient kingdom, ancient group of people. This could be worth a fortune to collectors.
There are also bars of gold.
There are also bars of gold, so that's a bonus too.
Yep. I doubt I can lift this myself. Jareth,
The skeleton will look at Jareth and offer a hand.
what, he's reaching it out like a handshake, or
Like he's opening a palm to you.
walk over?
He pulls his finger forward, and suddenly he's able to grasp you at the sides and starts breathing in your air.
Oh,
That will actually go on for a long while.
Because you have a lot of air.
Yes, I do. Infinite amount.
3 hours,
He
he's
leans
just like a
back
deflated balloon.
after about 10 minutes and is like, he looks giddy. He's smiling as a skeleton.
We all just sit there and watch for 10 minutes.
I mean, does Jareth seem worried about the air?
Jareth doesn't. I mean, it's not bothering him at all, other than he might get a little lightheaded, but he's not like close to passing out.
So, he pulls up his cloak and cuts
Whoa.
a fabric out of it. It is black, pitch black. And
You'll take it.
It's silk.
Ooh.
Ooh, comfy.
Jareth will take it.
Roll me a survival check.
21.
Oh,
This is
Wow,
spider silk.
Ooh.
you guys are rolling high.
I know, right? Jareth will bow and in primordial, because he's kind of a little lightheaded, say thank you.
So, this is a very, very rare material. And there is a very generous amount of it.
Oh yeah. He will take the piece of silk. How big is this? Like you said, it came off the cloak.
Yes. Honestly, it's about like 20 feet. It seems weird that it was that much. This is enough to make armor.
Yeah, he'll take it and fold it a few times, and well, as best as he can, and like wrap it around him like a sash, because it's not going to fit in his backpack, not at that length.
By the way, Marcus, you get an inkling of an old legend regarding the Aturian Empire. Roll me another history check with advantage.
All right. Is there anything I can click on here to just automatically roll with advantage, or should I just roll
Right-click.
twice?
You right click and then you click roll at the bottom.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Nice!
20 for 26.
What the fuck did he roll?
20, not 20.
Jesus Christ. Okay. This is a Spider King.
Oh.
Great.
There's legends of the Aturian Empire that they were really, guess what? Driders who ruled the surface.
Oh wow.
Mark says, oh, the Spider King. Oh, how did I not see this before? Oh, good to see you, Spider King. Good to see you still up and at 'em.
However, the ruler of the Aturian Empire was humanoid, not a Drider. So it's someone who conquered them. And,
Jareth kind of drunkenly stumbles back to the rest of the party as he's still trying to regain his
the
faculties.
Spider King offers a bottle. He says in Jareth's voice, "Give me him, and I'll give you much more."
Who, Jareth?
Yes, he wants to keep Jareth.
Tell you what, I got about 100 years left. I'll be back in 99.
What do you want in exchange for that promise?
He thinks for a long minute. What I want, I'm not worried about wealth. I'm not worried about fame or power. I just want to live the life that brings me joy. Somewhat like my father.
He offers you a potion and a parchment and a quill.
He'll take the potion and look at the parchment.
Sign your name.
He'll. Is there actually anything written down, or is it just blank?
It's blank. It has a line at the bottom.
I mean, 99 years? Sure, he signs it.
A huge boom as red letters climb your arm.
Okay.
Nav, you're here, by the way. You can make comments.
I know. It's just I need to leave.
Oh,
Gotcha. We're about done.
I actually
anyway.
need to leave about half an hour ago. So
Sorry.
yeah, I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
Okay, see you guys.
later.
See ya.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you have been handed a potion of delirium.
Ooh.
Drinking
have
this will
drinking
make
wine.
anyone deliriously happy. Permanently.
Oh, wow. Jareth carefully tucks this away into his backpack.
It is
I will take.
basically concentrated drider venom.
Oh, wow. I will take this if ever I am deeply depressed.
Or right before you come here in 99 years.
That too.
All
I
right,
need
then.
to actually open up a bank account.
Okay. You're waved away with your riches and your accolades.
Yep. Deckard, don't forget to grab some gold.
The whole chest is yours.
Yeah, Jareth can't carry the chest. He's too weak.
I grab
Tarek
as much gold as I can.
Tarek will try to help carry the chest depending on how big it is.
It weighs about 220 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a +0 to my strength.
I have a plus -1.
I have a plus
I
2.
can take one side of it, maybe.
Yeah, Maracas is at a 0 strength as well, so.
I am the strongest one in the party? Oh,
Yes,
shit.
you are. Hey, Dex is my power stat. I'm a ranger.
You
Yeah.
guys want to know what's inside the chest?
A lot of gold and cloth, wasn't it?
Yep. There's some other trinkets in there too.
Ooh.
We'll look into it when there's more light.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we'll look into it when we get out of here.
we're
Well,
gonna.
let's
This
go
is
over
gonna take.
what's in there first, and then
Okay.
It's gonna
you
take
can
all
guys
of us
wanna
to
take.
move it. That's the problem. If we're taking, yeah.
Yeah, well, let's go over it and see what, because we might have to just pick and choose.
Yeah.
Well, there are two other people here as well. But I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like probably with the 6 of us, be able to carry this chest out of here.
Hopefully. All right, let's hear what's in it, though.
There is a small lacquered box with chains around it and a lock. Let me write this all down. So actually, yeah, let me just write it. Let me move my dice and stuff since they're pretty much done. I just need to divvy out loot, which is like the favorite part of adventurers, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like everyone loves that shit.
Yas.
Okay. So let me move my dice tower. My pouch of gold. Did you guys like the sound effects of the gold pouch and stuff?
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
quite fun.
How was you? Okay, I couldn't tell if it was just the background music and it just happened to
Line up
happen
exactly
at that
when I
time.
wanted to.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
planning everything. Interrupt someone mid sentence to say something because I knew it was coming up. Nah.
Well, perfectly timed nonetheless. Oh, also, can I roll like an Arcana check on the sword or anything? Like, is there anything special about it, or is it just an old great sword?
Oh, I'll actually roll that for you.
At least Jareth knows what his retirement's going to be.
So if the Spider King just kept sucking air out of Jareth, would he just end up like a deflated balloon at the end?
Uh, Air Genasi, their lungs naturally produce oxygen. They don't have to breathe.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah, it would. I mean, he's the son of a djinn. It would just keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going forever.
All right. I'm gonna get going too.
Yep.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
All right. Have a good
Later.
one.
Okay. All right, let me roll this. Sorry, it's taking so long.
Oh no, no worries.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, this was a great session. This was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm liking this world already.
Oh
Yeah, this
yeah.
world's crazy.
I love when there's a lot of world built up and it has a history and everything. It doesn't, and homebrew worlds don't feel as boxed in.
Yeah, that's true. Doesn't feel so like railroaded on our choices.
All right. So it's a great sword of bitter laughter.
Great sort of bitter laughter. Okay. Um, let's see. I'm not seeing it in the magic item list here.
I rolled it. It's a custom item.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to roll Arcana on it then? Or are you just gonna give it? Oh, oh, that's awesome. All right.
Oh, nice.
Man, if only my character had any strength at all.
I know, right?
Really should ask for the crown. That would have been interesting.
Ooh.
You're still down there if you want it.
No, I think we've overstayed our welcome.
Yeah, they've been so generous already. I feel like it'd just be rude to keep asking for more.
I mean, considering Jareth literally has a fortune as a sash right now.
All right, where else is? Would I roll? Would I roll? Would I roll? Would I roll? Oh. That's what you looted.
Oh yeah, the hourglass as well. Holy shit.
Good Lord.
What the fuck?
45-pound bars of solid gold?
Hey, Cloak of Elvenkind.
Hey!
Is that 200 pounds of gold?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Nice.
gold is super dense.
We are rich, though.
We don't even need to adventure anymore.
We're
Just
not going to.
retire. We're good.
There's one major issue. We have a desert to traverse. How much of this you actually think is going to make it out?
True. We're gonna have to choose.
That is a very good point. Well, I doubt the bone guy's gonna get tired carrying stuff. So I mean, we could just have him carry as much as he can.
Have Nav? Yeah.
Yeah, Nav, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, okay, hold on. Someone already got the hourglass, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
hourglass of time.
Trying to add in this great sword to my inventory here.
Yeah, it might have to be added as a custom
Yeah,
item.
you'll have to add that as custom.
Yeah. Here we go. Great sword, bitter laughter.
Ooh, that's useful for a low dex character.
Looking at me? What's that?
Kinda, yeah.
Because I started playing with as a ranged ranger, so I've been doing basically pure dex builds. Even when I played greed, that was a dex build as a fighter,
Right.
not a strength build. So
I actually kind of
Oh,
like the
okay.
finesse weapons better than the
Holy
pure strength weapons.
shit!
Did we luck out?
did we luck out again?
I'm gonna be mad. Just gonna put
Watch,
that out
there's
there.
a,
No matter.
watch,
I
there's
have
a
no
belt
clue what
of
it
fire
is. I'm
giant
just gonna
strength.
post this. I'm just gonna post this shit. This shit.
This is usually what happens when Theo gives us something he didn't intend to give
Page
us.
not found.
Yeah, page not found,
I don't know.
unfortunately.
Oh man. I'm assuming an 8 is really good.
Or really bad. But I'm assuming really good if he's having
Yeah.
that kind of response.
Yeah, if he's mad about it, I doubt it's good for or if he's mad about it, I doubt it's good for him.
Oh, watch, it is a belt
This
of
is
fire giant strength or something.
But if it does end up like that, I'm gonna laugh so hard because this would be the third campaign with him in a row that he's giving out basically like items that would fit perfectly in some ways that just like,
Yep.
oh man.
Yep, I can hear it. What
Yep.
is it?
Yep. I wonder what it is.
Oh my god.
Is it like the overpowered fireball sword you gave to the paladin?
No. Not cloak. It's a ring.
Oh,
Let's see.
Is there any way to make a custom item equipable?
No idea. It is a +1 weapon.
I think you'll just have to use like the great sword +1 base.
Oh, okay.
And then customize it from there. I guess
Yeah.
that works.
There's a list of effects I fucking rolled. Give me a second.
Oh man. Oh shit, I just realized. I wonder if I can turn some of that spider silk into a bowstring.
You probably can. You'll
Do
have
you
to.
realize how powerful of a longbow I would have then?
It's not like longbows can shoot out of 600 feet already.
I know, right? Well, I mean, 600 feet at disadvantage.
Not if you take sharpshooter,
I haven't yet, but I was planning on for level 4 because
right?
why wouldn't I?
And like, here's how broken this can be because you already have 300 feet regular.
Yeah,
Okay.
150.
Oh, sorry, 100 feet, 50 feet regular. And the thing is, in the dark, usually people can't see out very far.
Yep. I
So
was
if
also
we're in the
thinking about taking blind fighting.
but if we're in the dark and we need to see far, here's the thing: as a Twilight cleric, I can give you 300 feet.
Oh hell yeah.
You can literally be sniping people in the dark and they won't even know what's coming. Like they're just like, "What the hell?" Because they can't see us.
Oh god. And with swoop and levitate, I can just swoop up to the top of a tree, cast levitate, and just snipe from above.
Yeah, they can't see us, and I'll just be cooking down there, and you can be having the time of your life sniping.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, we're finding ways to break the game already.
Always. Oh man. Okay. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'll give it to the rest of the party because I already have a +5, but man, I might take that if nobody wants it.
Grants you advantage on stealth check that rely on sight. The cloak can be cool.
Of course, that's also a good for a rogue too, and we've got a rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, to be fair, we also have a cloak of elven kind, which
Right.
base. So we have two that can be quite.
Useful, yes.
Yes.
Would you like to know what you can make from your what kind of things you can make from your spider silk?
Yes, actually.
All right, give me 1 second while I pull that up.
You actually already created a list of ideas. Wow.
Something like that. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. You could significantly reduce the weight of an armor item. You can make it lighter, as in 1 step lighter. You can remove disadvantage or remove strength requirement. Or you can allow additional points of dex to affect AC and access +1 water armor and grants you resistance to poison.
Hmm. I might have to do that eventually, but or alternatively, we might make some armor for Tarek.
Well, I mean, I already have heavy armor.
Yeah, it would go from heavy to medium.
Ooh. Yeah, there's that too.
I just want to see if we can lighten your armor and make me a bowstring.
Uh,
Because I mean, Drider silk is as strong as steel. So think of that as a bowstring.
yeah, Drider Silk is pretty crazy. I'm curious as to what Theo will actually allow us to do with it. Well, the thing is, you'll also have to figure out people who will work with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's going to be hard with what is it? 45-pound bars of solid gold.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, we're probably richer than the people that we just met on the blimp earlier.
Still gotta move it all.
Magic in this universe, or gold in this universe, isn't as individually valuable as like you'd think. Like it's not D and
Right.
D. It's not traditional D&D. So 1,000 gold is a lot of gold, but it's not like retire gold.
Right. It's
Ah,
not
okay.
like
Right.
give 3,000 gold to your family and it turns out it's like $5.5 million
It's basically
equivalent.
10 to 1.
Oh, that ain't too bad.
So our 25 gold that we got for this job really isn't a whole lot for her.
we basically got paid $50 for this job.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Wow, we were really down on our luck.
Yeah.
I mean, even with that included, I feel like we could, with 200 pounds of gold, however many gold points that could make, we could probably buy our own blimp. We should use that to get around. Does anyone have a land vehicle or a air vehicle proficiency?
No.
No.
I have I can play the lyre if I ever buy one, and I can use thieves' tools.
Oh, nice.
Because just having the proficiency does not give you the equipment.
I have thieves' tools if you would like them.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I
Because
have finalized the effects of spider silk armor, and you can make a bow out of strengthened spider silk, or you can make an armor.
I think it would be better served actually using it for Tarek to
I
lighten his
don't know
armor.
if that's true because I have a -1 for my dexterity, right? So heavy
Uh,
armor removes any of that. Thing, and the thing is, if it's I would have disadvantage on stealth even with medium armor.
oh yeah,
Plus,
that's
I'm
true.
already naturally the resistance to poison, so that also doesn't help me.
That is true.
So
And
yeah, I think it would be better for on other people.
yeah, we'll leave it up to the party because uh, Jareth isn't ascetic, but he doesn't really care for money. He's more in it for the lulls.
Yeah. So I have a thieves tool that I got. You
Oh
can
yeah,
have that one.
definitely. I will take that. Yeah, I still haven't figured out how to give people items from your sheet, so I'll just add it and you can
Just
remove
add it
it.
and I'll remove mine. That's all. All right. I really do have to go make dinner though. I'm starving.
Yep.
No worries.
All right. Thanks for the round.
I think that's about it. Anything else that we want to mention or anything like that before I end the recording?
No, I think we're good.
All right, awesome. Cool. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful